everyone. I am just down in, well, bit of flare there, just down in Labrador today, in Dipple Lagoon for sunrise. Didn't do my hair before I left the house, obviously. Yeah, no, it's a decent scene, and I'll be trying to get a few sort of landscapey sort of shots with human elements in, because you can't really avoid the human elements around Labrador. But yeah, I think they add something to the photo, and the ripples are really soft today. I'll just give you a look actually quickly. I had to rush my way around to find a decent exposure, but I think decent frame, sorry, but I think I found something all right. So I'm just gonna set about doing some bracketing of this, just so I get a bit of detail in the shadows down here, because there's some nice oysters along these pipes, plus the boat over here I've just included right in the right of frame there, just making sure I give that enough of a buffer so it doesn't look too messy. Here are the oysters I was talking about. They're a really nice detail in the scene, and I think really I should have the 14 to 30 on to actually get these right up close in the foreground, so I'm gonna try that next time. I'll just have to come tomorrow or the day after and see if I can get anything good then, because I think it's worthwhile. Just while I'm doing that as well, I'm looking at getting some close shots by the boat over here, just for a bit of a symbolic kind of frame. While the light is good, actually, I'm going to take the long lens over, just on the tripod, and see if I can get some long exposures of that scene just there, because the water just looks lovely, and I want to get some sort of fine arty style ones with that. So let's give it a go. Also, just while I'm shooting these, I thought I might just comment on this, which is the new Leophoto tripod I picked up. It's the Poseidon, which means that it's supposedly waterproof and weatherproof and all sorts of things proof. The main thing I'm interested in though is that it's really strong. It can actually hold the 100 to 400 I have here, so I can do some nice long exposures at a long focal length, which gives me a fine arty kind of feel, which I really love. Besides the boat over there, we've also got some nice little details here. Well, I mean, they actually look pretty filthy, but they're characterful, and I think if we pull it back to about here, something like that, just that little puddle of water there and the steady, gentle lapping of the waves, combined with that, I don't know what that is, sign, some sort of speed regulation sign up in the left corner, and obviously the central element of the pipe here could be a nice little frame. So I'm just going to take that and see how it looks. with a bit of editing. There's a lot of good bird life around here, besides the pelicans and cormorants as well. Actually, we sometimes get some quite musical birds over there. Don't know what they're actually called, those ones. I know that there's quite a few wattle birds and butcher birds around, and they're all pretty cool. So if they get any closer, I'll get some shots of them too. One of the things I typically do once I've finished up with the main part of a sort of cityscape landscape photography session is start just looking for interesting people for that sort of more streety kind of section. And so I'm now just waiting on someone to walk into this scene here. Ideally they would actually walk behind or on these. That's a bit tricky though, because these are actually very slippery. I didn't find that out the hard way, but I saw how it could potentially be the hard way, because I did have a tiny little slip when I was on the end of that. So, but perhaps more local people are used to that and will walk out onto the end and we'll make a nice photo. See how we go. We also get a lot of nice dogs coming past down here too, so if I get the chance, I'll take some photos of some dogs, because I love dogs and I take photos of them all the time and I can never get enough photos of them, so I just keep shooting them. There's usually a really good crowd over by the coffee shop over this way, so I'll head over there a little bit later and see if my favourite border collies and so on are around there. Now that soft golden light is sort of gone, I'm just going to leave this area, which is where I've been doing the wider frames, and have a look for some individuals maybe over in the Ian Dipple Lagoon. One of my favourite birds over here actually, which is a tern, just up on that pole there. So go and say hello and see if I can get some nice portrait kind of shots. just made my way round to the other side of the Ian Dipple Lagoon, which puts me next to this nice sort of floating jetty here, and just going to have a look for some colour matching, because there's some nice yellows around here. So like the yellow on the jetty, and then there's the yellow of the buoy just over there, which could be nice. And apart from that, just keep my eye out for some birds fishing in the shallow calm waters over here before the boats really start to move. Something a bit unfortunate. Not sure exactly how that happened, but it looks like a shark fin has, well, a shark has been dissociated from its tail by a boat propeller. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I ended up taking quite a few photos of birds at the end of it, probably more birds than anything else, which is something I haven't actually done in quite a while, but it's something that I sort of started photography with, but alongside landscapes. So kind of nice to get back doing that actually, and I'll probably finish this one up now. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's been a nice little morning session, and time to get back home and look after the dog. So cheers, see you in the next one.